Welcome everybody to episode 9 of Just Joshing. My name is Joshua Penteleresco and I write stuff and podcast too. Wow, 9 episodes. I kind of can't believe it. Like I said, this to me has kind of been an experiment in trying to figure out what works and what doesn't in terms of this whole podcast thing. And 9 episodes, and I've had some really cool guests so far, and this week's guest is no different. Randy McCharles is the guest this week, and he is without a doubt one of the coolest cats in the Calgary writing scene. He not only writes good books, check out Much Ado About Macbeth, his new one from Tyche, or maybe The Necromancer Candle, but also he is the organizer for When Words Collide, and he does a huge role in helping a lot of writers, including myself. He made sure I got a table at When Words Collide when he didn't have to, but he did, and I really, really, really am grateful for that. I really like the When Words Collide, and it opened a lot of doors for me personally, at least in terms of contacts and opportunities that came my way, and for that I will always be grateful to Randy. Like I said, he's a really cool dude. Definitely was really nice enough to review The Watcher. He didn't have to, and like I said, super cool dude, and I can't wait to actually, to show the conversation here between us. But while I'm here, I guess I can talk about some things that are happening with me in the last little bit. No, I am probably not going to make my NaNoWriMo score. I'm not really feeling bad about that. I'm working on it. It's just been a slow process. I discovered something really cool. My novel is 2 chapters and 6,000 words. It feels very dense so far. I'm on the 3rd chapter, and like I said, it's not going slowly. It's going well. It's not going to a halt. I have a ton of ideas about it. It's been great. It's an interesting idea. I'm steampunking up Santa Claus. I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but it's really cool. Everyone I've told the story to, they've dug it. Ella, Beaumont's Write Club, I'm officially a part of the team now, so I'll be doing that on a somewhat regular basis. I'm moving in, as of, let's see here, literally a week and a half from now, which is really, really, really cool. I'm really happy to get back into my own place. It's going to be a heck of a start. Earlier this week, I'm going to tell you a really fun story, then we're going to get right into the interview. My sister picked me up from work, my day job, and was giving me some stuff to help me with the move. And she gave me her Christmas present, which was hilarious. These 4 teacups. Now, each of these 4 teacups have a certain personality. One of them is her drunk, just failing miserably to design something. It's still hilarious. There's this girls are awesome and boys are bleh, thing there. It's hilarious because it just feels like something a totally drunk person would do, and it's great. She's got another one where she's talking about how she always kicks my butt in cards. Sometimes. You will not find a mysterious score of me beating her other than this one where I really skunked her. But on that note, she does that. She was getting even with me because if you look at my bio in Storm Dancer, I talk about how I always beat her at Words with Friends. It's not completely true. She does get a victory here and there. That all said, last little bit has been me dominating her. It's kind of been fun. So there's that one, and she had 2 other ones that were really hilarious. I'm going to have to figure out how to top that gift. It's going to involve probably some kind of swear word. My sister loves to swear. One of the things I'm going to do right now is, if you are in Calgary, you should check out the Lux Laundromat right now. My sister has this really kick-ass gala. I'm going to be stopping by myself this weekend to actually get a really good look at it, probably on the Sunday, just to get a nice quick thing. Her show is not this Friday, but next Friday on the 27th. It's going to be a blast, and yeah, I'm really proud of her. I'm happy she's putting more of her work out there. I'm hoping her next show, whatever it is, whether how big or small, it's a different venue. She should definitely my opinion, and this is just my opinion here, when you have talent, biggest challenge and maybe the biggest fear is getting out there and showing your talent. But because it's scary, because if you really, really, as an artist, have any skill, you are going to be afraid that when someone sees it, they're going to see the flaws, mistakes, and because you know how your work's not perfect. No matter how good, how much you like it, you know there are flaws. There are a million tiny little flaws, and I'm no different with writing. But like I said last week, well, I don't know if I said it here. I said it on my blog. Rejection's part of the deal. You are going to find that people will not like your work, or maybe can't use your work. Maybe there are flaws in your game. It's part of life, but you gotta put yourself out there because you don't gain anything being silent. Now, I'm gonna go one little small thing here. If you make the decision to use your art as a hobby, and just only as a hobby, something you enjoy doing, something just to express yourself, nothing more, nothing less, then ignore this, because you're trying to do something different. But if you're trying to get your work out there, if you're trying to get out there and tell people, look at me, I am awesome and made of cheese, or whatever the heck it is you're thinking, you gotta be willing to be rejected. I look at it kind of like this. You're gonna get a million no's potentially before you get one yes, and that's just the way the game it works. But you try, but in so doing, going out there saying, "Hey, look at me," you find who really, 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 really digs your stuff, and you find who really, 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 really doesn't. And that is life. You're gonna. This isn't always as much as I would love to have a million people love my stuff. That is probably at this moment in time, any for sure, not the best. But I might be able to get 1,000, maybe 2,000, 3,000. That's not unreasonable. I have 2,100 followers on Twitter. I don't know how I did it exactly, but it's rolling. My Instagram has 75 followers. I haven't really been on Instagram and playing with it that much. It's just one of those forward momentum things. And the thing of it is, you find people that like you, and going through the rejection process is to go through that, finding people that like you or don't, and that's just all there is to it. So I will say this for my sister: her stuff's amazing. It really, really is. I really hope people get an opportunity to check it out. It's at the Lux Laundromat right now, so during regular business hours, you can do your laundry and look at her art and be amazed. And on the 27th, she'll be there to meet, talk, mingle, and have a good time. Alrighty, now we get on to the interview here with Mr. Randy McCharles, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I certainly did, and I'll be back in just a bit. So I'm here with Randy McCharles, author of The Necromancer's Candle, and current book is
Much Ado About Macbeth.
Yes. So what was your interest in the theater come from?
Well, actually, that book was kind of inspired a bit by when I was in junior high school. I took drama and had a larger-than-life drama teacher. He's actually described in the book as being a turnip-shaped. Had little tiny feet and just got wider as he got taller.
That's awesome.
And it just stood out in my mind. And his love of life was just enormous. And so he inspired me more as a person than he did as a drama teacher.
But those are the best kind of teachers. I had an English teacher. I remember him. His name was Mr. Sharp. I started writing as a teenager, right? And he would take time out of his schedule to actually look through my writing, make recommendations.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like I said, when it came to like the math and science department, I should have been less with Blake than I was. There were good people there. There really were. It just I wasn't. That was. I had kind of in my mind I wanted to do this writing thing, so I focused more on that than the other things. Looking back, they were good people too.
But my English teachers, my social history teachers, they were all I was really fortunate. I had good teachers.
Nice.
When I was in London, Ontario. Did you go here in Calgary?
I was born in Calgary, went to school here.
Oh.
And unlike most people, I actually enjoyed my school days.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy yours?
Depending on where I was. No, I'm a bit of a strange case because I live in Oshawa, Ontario. I live in London, Ontario, Windsor, Ontario, and a lot of other places in between. And so I've gone to a bunch of different schools. So depending on the school, it was London, Ontario, I enjoyed them. I was really fortunate. There was a lot of good teachers. But if you were telling me about Windsor, Ontario, not so much. Just a different mindset there, and again, it's not like it was a bad thing. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
So looking back, I'll tell you what I did do, what I have done. Other than the one guy I'm talking about here, I made it a point when I go back. Sometimes I try to look up some of the teachers that taught me,
right,
and I give them a copy of something I've done as a thank you. It's just not. It's not a big thing, but it's like. I wouldn't be who I was. So
teachers appreciate that. They really do. Again, part of the reason I wrote the book is I have friends who are teachers and a friend who is a vice principal, and their lives are a lot tougher than you actually can tell as students. They put a good veneer on that they're actually enjoying what they're doing, but they're dealing with a lot of crap.
No, actually. I find that this is what I have found. You can tell students know when a teacher cares. They whether it's a conscious thing or not, you can tell the difference. My grade 11 teacher, Mr. Sharp, who I talked about here, is he cared big time. You could see it in how he approached things. My grade 12 English teacher was very much a 9 to 3 teacher, and you could tell, right? And again, she wasn't a bad person, but it was one of those things where just her heart was not. It's not that inspiration to reach people and teach people just wasn't as strong with her as it was with him. And I think what has happened with teachers today is they're told what to teach, they're told how to teach, they're told how to do these things, and yet the best teachers usually had their own style way back, like when I was taught.
No, micromanaged people lose interest in what they're doing because they lack any input. They're not allowed to have any input into what they're doing.
Well, and that goes to students and teachers both, because why would I care? I'm a cog in the wheel now, and I'm not. And personally, I've always thought that I think there's a lot of big flaws in the education system today, even to the collegiate level, where I find the teachers are really good. I just think indentured servitude is a very poor choice for any student that wants to attend college.
Yeah. So back in the book, my protagonist is a drama teacher, and using that person, I'm actually able to show a lot of the issues in the school system, mostly for teachers. He wants to do what he feels is best for the students, and yet everything is against him, including the system.
Well, like I said, which is a very real thing, as we're talking about.
Yes, which is a very real thing.
Yeah. So it's cool. So, did you acknowledge him in the book? I'm just out of curiosity because I haven't seen it yet. So.
Yes, I do acknowledge the inspiration of my high school drama teacher.
Yes.
I made my protagonist. I like to write protagonists that are almost anti-heroes at the beginning of the story, where they've got problems, issues, and through the story they rise above them.
I noticed that it's in Capone, Chicago, and those are interesting issues to start with right off the bat.
Well, and then I tend to do it, and it's a challenge because it makes the character a little less likable at the beginning of the book. So in Much Ado About Macbeth, he's kind of cynical in a rut. He's got problems at school. He's got problems at home. I know some teenagers thinking it was a YA book started reading it and were kind of disappointed that it's not from a teen point of view, and it's about the teacher issues and not the kids' issues. But it's not a YA book.
No, although it does look like a little bit from the cover.
Yeah, I was concerned a bit about the cover in that it looks a bit YA-ish, and Taiki Books does publish YA books, but they don't have my book classified as YA.
No, which is cool. No,
Now students would like it if they actually read to the end of the book.
no, I'm not. I don't doubt it. You're a good writer. Like I said, I personally enjoy your sense of humor. Like I said, I didn't expect this read it what I read when I read the Apocalyptic Four. When I mentioned it's like Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, for me, it's like this is not like the others. I'm not saying it was bad, but it was just like it was just such a different.
That's the whole point of doing that 4-author anthology. Is you do get 4 different stories.
Mm-hmm.
In that book, The Puzzle Box, written by the Apocalyptic Four, nobody knew what each other was writing. In that book, we said, okay, we're all going to write a story about a puzzle box. And we wrote our stories. That was it. There was nothing else. We were supposed to write upbeat stories on a request from our publisher, and one of the authors forgot.
It happens.
And so it is kind of oh shoot, everybody lost. Okay. but again, that's kind of the fun of the whole project was you get 4 people writing about the same topic.
So would you guys do that again?
We would, except we're all busy with our own projects.
Yeah.
3 of us are having multiple novels come out. The 4th person, I'm not sure what she's up to.
I don't know.
We're gonna order in a bit.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll leave this in just because. Why not? It's real.
Hey,
yeah.
This is real life.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No. So back to Much Ado About Macbeth a little bit. So we talked about this often. You sing. Have you done any plays and stuff in front of stage or behind?
Well, this is kind of funny. So again, in high school, I did do a little bit of student acting, and then as an adult, not so much. And then one year, a few years ago now, my girlfriend was in an amateur play, and they said they really needed me to be in the play, and I said, why? And they said, well, it's a musical and we need someone who can't sing. So I said, well, that describes me. So sure, I'll do this. You do stuff for your girlfriend. Turned out it was a lead role, and then when I discovered that it was a comedy, the whole point was not being able to sing. I actually needed to learn how to sing so I could sing badly.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so I actually learned how to sing, and then it turned out I was one of the better singers of the bunch. And so I've done some subsequent musicals, even been paid now and then.
Nice.
And then also do some occasional singing performances. Again, sometimes getting paid for that as well.
Very cool.
It's fun.
So how do you describe your style? I'm just curious.
Well, I cover artists, and so I try to replicate them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if I ever do karaoke night and we need to ask like a contest, you'd be the guy.
I've participated in a couple of contests.
Yeah, that's cool.
But again, most songs I try to go, okay, people love the song because of what it is. I'll try and replicate it. So
there's nothing wrong. So would you do your own material out the road?
I can't write a song to
save your life.
Save my life. No.
Okay.
No, it's fiction is much easier.
No, that's fair. I have no idea. I do a bunch of different disciplines writing wise, but I don't have a single solitary clue where to even begin with music myself.
Well, I really admire songwriters, and for that matter, poets. It's a certain skill set to be able to do it well, and all I can do is provide comic relief in that area. I can't really. I couldn't write a real poem or a song.
All due respect, comedy's actually hard. Like, I mean, I don't think belittling. I don't think belittling is what you did there. But I think you're selling yourself a little short. Comedy is extremely hard to write.
I could be Weird Al.
Yeah.
I could go and say, okay, someone else has wrote a really good melody.
Yeah.
I can go and come up with some different lyrics for it, and I've done some of that.
Yeah.
But to come up with your own original song or serious poem. I don't have that skill set.
It's fair. I'm just saying, just because I love Weird Al personally, but
me too.
Yeah. I just think he's just like he's really good. Even his original material is a little understated, so he's actually really good. But
one of my favorite songs is one of his original songs.
yeah, I like the one where he actually does the big restaurant thing for like 13 minutes. That cracked me up. It's like, okay, that's real life right there.
Yeah.
But let's see, what else can we talk about here? So you also do When Words Collide, which is the big convention organization. How do you keep your sanity?
Well, here's the thing. Most volunteer organizations, and especially organizations that run fan type conventions, are disasters. I mean, it really is. I've been involved in a few, and it really is a lot of people trying to get their own thing happening without doing any work, trying to get other people to do what they want, and so it's really nasty. The volunteers I get together aren't like that. So I get a good group of volunteers. We're saying, hey, we've all got a common goal. We're all going to do our part and kick in. And it's actually very enjoyable.
That's good. I'm glad. What was your favorite thing this year's event? If you had to look back, I don't know if you guys got to enjoy much, but
well, usually my favorite every year is the keynote speeches on the Friday night, where the festival guests all speak for 15, 20 minutes on whatever they want to talk about. And they're always brilliant. That's always my highlight. Something else I really like is the live action slash sessions.
I wish we had done that.
Oh, yeah, well, you got to do that.
Yeah.
It is so popular. We do like 9 of them over the weekend because they are that popular.
Yeah. No, I was an editor for like a student magazine when I was in Arizona. Like I said, I've been everywhere. And oh man, the submissions we get. The good ones, oh, you love those good ones. The bad ones, there's the really funny bad ones, and then there's the ones that make you cry. Yeah. There's no.
Well, bad ones are rare for these live action slashes because they're public.
Yeah.
People go, they see what other people have done in the past. They see what comments the editors are offering, and the quality just goes up every year. There's editors asking to see manuscripts based on somebody's first 2 pages at an anonymous reading.
Yeah.
And I'm always amazed. And that's why I like them so much.
Yeah.
It's like here's all these people, most of them unpublished, putting up their first 2 pages, and they're brilliant.
That's actually gutsy. Actually, in a public setting, I mean, that must be like nerve-wracking to them.
But it's anonymous.
Yeah,
it's nerve-wracking, but the fact that your name's not on it makes it doable.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, because that would be scary. I mean, I was scared when I went and did my little reading for the agent. I just after that, it's like whoa. Well, it was like for me it was weird because it was like a double high because I went like the agent thing's like, oh my god, then Rob comes, yeah, can we do this interview right now? I'm like, oh, so like back up, you know. But it's just the way I go. No, it was really. I personally just for my first event, I really enjoyed it, and I thank you very much.
Well, everyone enjoys it, including the organizers, which is why we do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time where I could be writing books, but it's giving back to the community, people who love books. Yeah. So it's a very worthwhile thing to do.
No, and just someone that just goes from like has lived in a lot of different cities. This is not done like ever, and I mean, and I'm saying that like it's kind of sad. It's a really good event. There's a lot of good people there, and it's a lot of fun. Right?
Well, this is the thing. When we first started 5 years ago, we said, well, we know people in speculative fiction will like this because many of them have seen something similar. It is definitely not what people in the literary world do. And it's also a lot different than people in the other genres, mystery and romance and whatnot do. So we said, well, we'll do this and we'll see if anybody outside of speculative fiction shows up. And they did. They loved it. And, of course, we've grown like 40% every year.
Yeah. So well, for me, it's like the scary part. Like for me, I did the open mic night on Friday night, So I'm watching like literally like Vanessa Cardu.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't remember the name of the other band that was there. They were really good too. So they go first, and they just like literally tear the house down. It's like, oh, and we pour retreats. It's like, what am I doing here? Right?
Well,
But yeah,
that's what open mic is, though. You get a little bit of everything. People are doing their thing, and it's a lot of fun.
oh yeah, but I mean, it just the caliber there was impressive. Like I've done open mics in town, and it's like not that good. It's like wow. So I mean, I'm just saying, you've reached a much broader audience, I think, than I think was your initial goal, and I feel like you should be really proud of yourself. Yeah.
Well, we are, and you know, we have people saying if they're going to go to one event in the year, this is it, and this is people from out of town, out of the country,
Oh yeah.
saying that if I can only go to one event, I'm going to go to one.
I read on Facebook, Robert J. Sawyer, probably the biggest author in Canada right now, and he's like, this is his favorite event every year. So I mean, that took a lot about you and the people that under you. So hats off to them. Okay, so how would people contact you if they want to contact you?
If they want to contact me,
yeah. What's your page?
I have a website, randymcharles.com, so it's kind of easy to remember.
Mm-hmm.
And on there are links to my email, Facebook, Twitter. It's all on there.
Okay, very cool. Anything else you'd like to add?
I would just like to thank you for taking the time to do this. Authors need exposure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and you know this. You write a book and nobody knows about it. That's the biggest problem facing any author today, is discoverability. It used to be people would go to the local bookstore or the drugstore and buy a book. Those days are long gone,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no end of books out there. And to find a book, for a reader to find a book they would like to read, is very difficult. So any exposure an author can get to try and reach those readers who are their market is a really good thing.
Well, thank you. And this is also huge for me. I get to learn from everybody I talk to. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I think we got, if I can draw my thing.
See, I told you he was a cool dude. Randy is definitely an engaging individual, and like I said, he's one of two authors I'm really thankful meeting this year. The other one I got to know a little bit better was Aviva Belharo. Both of them have gone out of their way to really help me this year, and I kind of want to say it here. Thank you, Randy, for everything you've done for me this year. I really appreciate it, and I don't know if how I'll be able to make that up to you at any time, but I do appreciate the work you've done. Randy's awesome. I'm going to talk about a book I have read of his completely that I really, really enjoyed, and it's one of his indie published book, Capone Chicago. It's pulpy. It's kind of have that episodic thing because of how he initially started it, but it's really, really good. I love the celebrity cameo. I like just some of the ideas he explores in there. They're a lot of fun. Check out the new one, Much Ado About Macbeth. It's definitely been an amazing thing. I feel he's definitely on the rise. I think Randy's going to be one of the more prolific authors out there in the weeks, months, and years to come. And you definitely should take a look. And given the chance, check out When Words Collide. Randy definitely has made that event really special. It is my favorite event to do in Calgary, and I will be doing it again this year to promote Storm Dancer. It is that good, and you all should be there in some form or fashion. I'll be the guy just talking about my books in 30 seconds. But yeah, Randy is definitely cool. Check him out at Randy McCharles on Twitter. Check him out at When Words Collide Facebook group. Just look them up. And finally, check out his website at randymcharles.com. Alright, this is pretty much it for the episode. It's shorter one this week, but that's, I've been kind of good with that. Shorter is better sometimes. My next guest is someone is a group I've never actually interviewed, musician. I wanted to get more good guests besides authors on this show, because I think all art's cool. I actually think there's some really neat jobs that kind of are arts forms in their own right, and I'm hoping to get more of that in the days, weeks, and months to come. But yeah, next week is a musician. She's awesome. She's one of the final really cool people I've met on When Words Collide. Vanessa Cardoon is definitely going to be up there. And yeah, that'll do it. So, if you like this episode, I would love it if people shared it. You can subscribe to this on iTunes. It is, without a doubt, a very, very. It's been a fun challenge doing this show. And I think I'm getting better. But, time will tell. Alright, on that note, I'm out for the week. So, everybody out there, stay inspired, pursue your dreams. Do not be afraid of rejection. It's going to happen. Instead, see it for what it is. See it as just simply another opportunity to find another door. Because when you do something, no matter what, good things happen. Alright, guys, I'm out. My name is Josh Pantellaresco. I write stuff and podcast stuff, and hopefully what you do is cool too. See ya!
Josh. Shush.